Commander, looks like our new friends from the Hand have just entered orbit. I'll get them cleared to land right away.
Darth Imperius. I am Darth Rifix. I believe the Empress told you to expect me.
You'll be the Hand's liaison to the rest of the Empire.
Precisely. Competition for the role was heated, as I'm sure you can imagine. I am proud to have stood above all others. I'll have my shuttle bring me to the surface directly. I always prefer speaking in person. Face to face at last. Your holo does you no justice, my friend.
You're not so bad yourself, Lord Rivix.
Just bad enough, I hope. Permit me to be direct. My duty as liaison is to facilitate your operations as best I can. My success is judged by your success. I will not profit from obstructing or undermining you. Much as I savor them, deception and manipulation are not among my objectives here. I will relate my Empress's desires to you and your accomplishments to her. Anything you require of the Empire's resources, I will obtain. I shall be your ally, your spokesman, and I hope your confidant. You have my vow on it.
I look forward to working together.
As do I. Now, if I may impose upon you a bit more before we delve into official matters, I would love a tour of your base. The stories I've heard.
Of course. I'll show you around myself.
Wonderful. Lead the way. The destruction of the Meridian Complex on Corellia continues to accelerate our war efforts. We've won decisive victories in the Bormir, Atravis, and Anoat sectors. The Republic is reeling. Perfect conditions for the Hand to press the advantage.
Where does Asina want us to strike first?
That will come in time. For now, let's focus on logistical concerns. We are solidifying supply lines and secure communications between Odessen and the rest of Imperial space. A full detachment of Imperial troops is already en route to serve at your command. Assault troops, security personnel, patrol ships, and so on. Now then, there is one other matter that needs your attention as we spin up the Hand's day-to-day operations. As promised, your previous holdings as a member of the Dark Council have been transferred to the Hand for your direct control. This includes the Imperial Reclamation Service, as well as Moff Pyron's Silencer fleet. That said, the Silencers are currently engaged in key operations along the front line. I believe they belong under your capable command, but Darth Krovos would prefer they were allocated for continued use in her operations. Your preference?
Moff Pyron may continue his current assignment for the time being, but when I call, I will expect them to answer.
I will be sure Krovos and Pyron both understand the situation. I believe that concludes our business for the day. Do you require anything else?
Any word on Darth Malgus? I haven't seen him since Corellia.
You are not alone in that. No one has seen him since the battle. It's all rather mysterious. Perhaps he was more badly injured than anyone knows. Or perhaps he's gone rogue again. But surely that's not possible.
I will not return. I will not return. I will not.
Once again, your vital signs have elevated far beyond ideal values. I am concerned that these episodes pose a risk of permanent damage.
Then stop them.
I have already removed all physical modifications related to your loyalty assurance protocols. These hallucinations are the result of psychological manipulation. To correct such potent mental conditioning is beyond my program's scope of practice. Honestly, I am unaware of any technique capable of editing the pathways of your mind so extensively.
I have heard of one possibility. Set course for Dantooine.
We've waited too long as it is. Something is wrong. I'm sure of it.
Smashing up the place isn't gonna solve anything. We'll find the ship. It's gonna be all right.
I take it there's no sign of the transport with Satil and her followers.
Nothing. It isn't responding to our signals. And we've already checked the next scheduled stop. No sign.
Which leaves just about 200 or 300 systems to search.
There must be another way!
Let's start by not breaking anything. This furniture wasn't free.
Go easy on him. It's been hundreds of years since he felt real emotions. He's a bit out of practice. All we can do is start searching from the ship's last known coordinates, which, for us, could take forever. So we get an expert. We'll send T7 out with an escort and all the probe droids we can find. They'll cover more ground and sort through sensor readings faster than we ever could. T7 works his astromech magic, crunches the probe data to pick up a trail, and we find our missing ship in a matter of days or weeks, instead of years.
Who should be escorting them? More droids?
That would be best. They won't be affected by whatever the Emperor has done to Satil and the others. That's everything settled then. As soon as we get coordinates, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry, your furniture's safe. He'll calm down in a bit.
You don't demand anything, Jakaya. Certainly not from him.
If you're risking your life out there, I'll demand what the clan requires.
What's going on?
It seems I'm a child in need of a parent.
You're Mandalore, the Avenger. You have responsibilities to all of us.
So you often tell me.
Who's this?
Jakaya Ordo, one of my best. He managed to avoid my notice for too long, but now I've put him to work. Though I'm having second thoughts.
I would gladly go back to being an unknown, Great Mandalore. I prefer the talk of warriors to the endless jabbering of politics.
The curse of being skilled at both, you old rancor.
So you're the one. Not sure if I should call you Commander.
Not necessary. The need for a commander is done.
Understood. I like to be clear on these things. Helps me get your measure. The fact is, Darth Imperius, I only know your reputation. I don't know you. It's my job to take a hard look at anyone this close to Mandalore. My kind and yours have worked together a long time, Sith. As a result, we've both grown powerful. I don't understand your power, but you've got more in your two hands than a carrier full of heavy artillery.
Your caution for your master is noted. Your respect of my power is wise.
We have an understanding.
So what happens now?
I've seen your face, looked into your eyes. That's what I wanted.
Satisfied?
For now.
Good. I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Some clan grumbling to track down. More than the usual complaints. Ras and I will check into it. Jakaya out.
Ras?
His brother. They're a family of Mandalorians. Lost a sister a few years back.
Something wrong?
That's the first time he's mentioned a clan issue. He oversees a lot of the day-to-day details without a word.
Do you trust him to deal with this?
Yes. If I didn't, he wouldn't have my support. I may grow restless at the jabbering of politics, but I will do right by my clans. He's better for rooting out this kind of thing anyway. He kept an assassin's knife out of my gut more than once. You're a leader. How would you deal with unrest in the ranks?
If a group has a problem, it's usually for a reason. Maybe they see something you don't.
We have more in common than I thought. Mandalorians must be allowed to speak out, to think for themselves, to be effective. Jakaya demands order. Everything working together as a whole. I understand, and it keeps it all running. But I don't work that way. Well, looks like I've got reports to review on escort missions we've been overseeing. Jakaya snuck them into the transmission. Sneaky Jakar.
I'll leave you to it.
Did you learn anything from the clans?
Nothing I haven't mentioned before. A lot of heated words. Some are saying Mandalorians are just glorified couriers.
Still unable to see past their next fight. All tactics and no strategy.
However restless you are in the position, Mandalore, you sound like a leader.
I sound angry. My blaster is still a better negotiator than I will ever be. What about the escort runs?
Silence. But only a fool would believe they haven't heard something.
What happened?
Some of the cargo ships we were looking after ran into trouble. Mostly scouts sniffing around. But one exchanged fire. We've been looking into it.
Jakaya.
Darth Imperius, we meet again. I've been keeping an eye on you.
And?
Mandalore was right to stand by your side.
I do what I can.
Modesty.
Tell me more about these cargo runs. Who would attack Mandalorian ships?
That's the real question. They're well equipped and they know our methods.
What can I do?
Your offer is appreciated, but we have things in hand.
Any theories?
A few. It's not bandits. It's not even a cartel looking to make a mark. This feels different. Like they're testing our defenses. I know you object, Mandalore, but we must look closer to home.
I don't object. I just want to be sure. Would some of the clans really go that far?
I'm not ruling it out. Like I said, there were some heated words.
Heated words are a far cry from exchanging fire.
No argument here. But I've been around fighters long enough to know the difference between griping and anger. We should have clamped down harder on the clans when we had the chance. The wound has festered.
No, Mandalorians aren't droids. We're best when we don't have some restraining bolt on our neck, even if it costs us.
Agreed. You go too far, and you risk losing control.
And sometimes, too much freedom leads to chaos and destruction.
Enough. We gave our word to protect those shipments, and we will.
Understood, Mandalore. I'll see if I can draw the enemy out. Can't fight what we can't see. If I'm lucky, I'll make them mad enough to come out and play. Jakaya out.
I'd prefer a fight to all this sneaking about.
Agreed. Keep me informed.
Count on it.